Hi, welcome back. Russ here again for the third video in this series, and in this video we're going to be looking at version control. When we create a new document, such as this business requirements document, when we save the document and close it, the naming convention writes this document name as program name underscore project name underscore business requirements document, and then it appends it with version 0.1. You should implement version control on all your business critical documents. It's a requirement for ISO and accreditation, and it's something that you really should use if you don't use it already. It's there for a reason, and when you have multiple users creating documents or collaborating on documents, then it's very easy to get out of sync on which document is actually the most current document. So this is why we use version control. Version control generally consists of two numbers separated by a period or a full stop, depending on what part of the world you come from. And the V stands for version. The first number is the major version number, and then the second number after the dot is the minor version number. This is a new document, so it would be 0.1, and this tells you instantly at looking at it that it's a new document. Probably one person's been working on it, and it's still in draft status. So if you're in a live environment, you do not use draft documents. It's as simple as that. And we then work this document. If you're the only person working on this document, then it stays at 0.1 because no one else has been involved. There's no risk of confusion as to which document you're working on, all the way up to the point when you send the document to be reviewed. And then once you send the document to be reviewed, you still send it at version 0.1 because there's no one else is actually involved, and your reviewer gets this document at version 0.1. Let's say, for example, your reviewer then views this document. He then sends this document back to you at 0.1 with a list of changes that need to be done. So the first thing we need to do before we apply the changes is we need to version the document. So what we do is we close the document, and then we get no version change, minor version change, major version change. And it's a minor version change because in our instance, in our example, because the document hasn't been approved yet. So we select minor version change, click on OK, then we just get a confirmation, just in case your mouse has slipped or something. Confirm yes, the document closes. And if we look on our recent documents list, we can now see we've created 0.2. So we open up 0.2, and then we make the changes that the reviewer has identified. And once all the changes have been made, we then send this document out to be reviewed again, and let's say a week later, the document then comes back from the second review, and there's more changes to be made. So we then need to close this document, and we minor version again, and then we have 0.3. And as you can see now, we have our document history building up. I know it's creating a new document each time, but remember that once we get to the point where the document is signed off, it's approved and becomes version 1.0, then you can just get rid of all these minor versions, okay? But it's good to keep your audit trail, okay? You have to do this for accreditation, this is the reason why we do it. So we open up 0.3, we work on it as per the reviewer's suggestions or recommendations. Once all the document changes have been made, we then send it off to be reviewed again. Fortunately, this time it passes review, so it stays at 0.3. It's then sent for approval or sign off, and it gets sent for approval and sign off, and it comes back, no changes are required, the document's approved. It can now go into the live environment, and we can now major version this document. And we do that in the same way. We close the document, we select major version change. We can add a comment if we wish. I'm not going to for the sake of this video. Comments are straightforward, and then we click on OK. Then we get the confirm version change dialog box, and we click on yes, and the document closes. And then we look in our history, and here we have version 1.0. We open up version 1.0, and now we see, oh, it's gone too far. There we go. Version 1.0, documents issued. At this point, we can now get rid of or delete all the minor versions, and anyone in the live environment can now start working off this approved document. Very simple, very easy to do. It's automated, and it's something that you should really, if your organization doesn't have this already, then it's something that you should really be looking into building into your document templates. Hope you like the video, and see you in the next one. Thanks very much.